Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe.
And together we're the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends.
For once, we're releasing a holiday episode fairly close to the actual holiday.
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Why do you bring it up?
Just spooky is all. Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
And we break it down.
And look up trivia.
And give our own maladjusted take on the whole turkey on the head episode.
And we try and make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed one of you too.
That's true. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. What's going on?
Now that we had Halloween. And
Yeah, we had that stupid fall back. You know.
I hate the time change, don't you?
I know, I do. Well, it totally messes with the dogs.
Yeah, the dogs do not like it.
They want to get up an hour early, and they want to go to bed an hour early, and it just, yeah, they want their, like, nighttime treat at, like, 5:30. So, yeah, it's just annoying for the first couple of
Not
weeks.
a fan.
Yeah, no.
We're not farmers.
That's right. What's the episode we're doing this week?
The one with all the Thanksgivings.
Oh, I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
What's our IMDb plot?
The gang remember and share with each other their worst Thanksgivings.
Do you have a worse Thanksgiving on the top of your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
We had a death the day after Thanksgiving
well,
when I
that's
was
not
little.
fun.
So.
Yeah. It's just always awkward silence at the dinner at my family.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you guys can't say anything to each other without getting pissy, so.
Hey, don't lump me in with that group.
Okay. How about you? You have any? Just all of them?
Just the awkward silences and my mom getting mad because nobody helps. And yeah, it's just weird. I like our Thanksgivings now. Yeah. I liked our very first Thanksgiving was my absolute favorite Thanksgiving.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah. All right. Episode director, Kevin Bright.
Yeah.
Our producer and director. I read an article about this episode. Creator Bright says that Chandler and Rachel didn't recognize one another because they looked so different.
Oh.
But it's more than that. Friends shows both Chandler and Rachel on journeys that make them less self-absorbed.
Mm-hmm.
At the time of their first meetings, they were still shallow people, and it fits that they didn't remember one another, prompting Rachel's claim that this was their first meeting.
Right.
The younger Rachel, meanwhile, simply wouldn't pay attention to the dorky friend of her best friend's nerdy brother.
Does this go for the same reason when they make out later?
Yeah.
Is that the same?
Yeah. Kevin Bright said it could have been a continuity error, but he really thinks it was like trying to show how shallow and self-absorbed Chandler and Rachel both were.
Right.
Because in your teens and 20s, you don't really care about other people. You care about yourself. So it's like, oh, yeah, you know, la, la, la.
Right. Like I remember talking to my sister's friends, but I don't remember anything about them.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know any details.
So if you saw them today, 10 years later, you might be like, oh, nice to meet you.
Right.
Right. Exactly. Episode writer Greg Mallins is returning. Mm-hmm. He said in another article that I read that the tactic of using the character's imperfect, biased recollections of events for comedic effect.
Okay.
He said it worked because he knew this season Chandler was going to tell Monica that he loved her.
Right.
And the turkey on Monica's head was a perfect way. It fit his character so much, and it set it up with Joey wearing it first.
Right.
So
they do a lot of setup and payoff stuff
on
a regular basis, so they're aware of doing that stuff.
Right.
So
he said he didn't think that Chandler would be the romantic person he is when he proposes to Monica, saying I love you for the first time.
Right.
That it would come out.
It would have to come out accidentally.
Yeah, as a you are so funny, I love you type thing. So that's why they kind of
that makes perfect sense.
It does. Yeah. I love it. When was our original air date?
The original air date was November 19th, 1998. Mm-hmm. The weekend box office, the top 10 that week was, so we only had 2 new movies to the top 10. Mm-hmm. And the number 2 spot was Enemy of the State, directed by Tony Scott, R.I.P.
Yeah.
And starring Will Smith, Gene Hackman, and a substantial supporting cast that includes John Voight, Lisa Bonet, Regina King, Barry Pepper, Jake Busey, Jason Lee, Scott Kahn, Gabriel Byrne, Jamie Kennedy, and Jack Black, amongst others.
I really like this movie.
Yeah.
Like, we watch it every now and then, and I forget how much I like it. Because Gene Hackman's character is a reference to the character he played in The Conversation.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool. I like the thriller and the mystery aspect of it.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
It's a good one. Taking the number 1 spot was the Rugrats movie, where the babies get lost in the forest after Tommy Pickles gets a new baby brother. And of course, Tommy Pickles is voiced by Elizabeth Daily, who played Phoebe's ex-partner that sold Smelly Cat to the litter company.
It all ties together. We never got into the Rugrats, but we didn't have cable.
No, I would watch them every now and then, the first couple seasons. I forget. I think I was watching Ren and Stimpy and would catch that sometimes.
I see. That makes sense.
I always enjoyed it, but I never watched them. I never saw the movie.
All right, are you ready for some trivia?
I am ready.
All right. So technically, we find out that Monica lost weight and became a chef all because of Chandler.
I guess so.
I mean, Chandler made fun of her for being a big girl, and so she lost weight, and then he told her cooking was really good. She should become a chef. She was like, okay.
And it makes sense that they ended up together then.
Yeah. So the Magna Doodle in this episode says 327 in a heart with wings, and then the word bye, B-Y-E, below it. So there's lots of theories, but this one was in a lot of articles that I read. So it says, symbolizing the theme of the episode, Thanksgiving falls on the 327th day of the year.
Okay.
Thanksgiving. That's a Thanksgiving episode. However, the heart with wings is associated with love or freedom to love. And at the end of the episode, Chandler tells Monica he loves her, and their relationship begins to grow more serious throughout the rest of the season. So goodbye, friends with benefits. Hello, true love.
Aww.
Which, it's
is
kinda,
a theory.
Yeah, it's a theory.
It's
okay.
It's cute. It sounds cute. I can go with that.
Right. This episode marks the beginning of Monica's tendency early on to refer to her virginity as a flower.
Yes.
This is the most likely a reference to the phrase to deflower a woman, which was first used in the late 1400s to early 1500s. And that's the reference to a woman losing her virginity, to deflower.
And it doesn't sound any better now than it did then.
No, at all. When Monica sits down on the sofa and Chandler kind of bounces up in the air, you know that part? This wasn't in the original script and was suggested and ad-libbed by Matthew Perry.
Yeah. I thought that seemed like just a chant, like he was just doing it to be a dick.
See, he's self-absorbed. Douglas Looper, who played the paramedic, reappears as various extras throughout the show, including the one where Chandler can't cry, as the vampire in Ursula's porno movie.
Yes.
And the husband of the wheelchair-bound woman who has very, very mild contractions in the one where Rachel has a baby, part 1. Mm-hmm. So he's a reoccurring actor.
He shows up every now and then. Do you remember what the name of the movie was?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, that's right.
Are you wearing your Nosferatu sweatshirt? Oh, no.
No, this is my Nakatomi Tower sweatshirt that I'm wearing right now.
All right.
We're on opposite sides of the room.
All right, what were your episode reactions?
Well, if you ignore the retconning of their history and just go with the flow to where Monica and Chandler kick it up a notch.
Right.
We get crazy fun filler, Phoebe's lost limbs, Joey sticking his head up stuff. R&R take a fun backseat, but they still have some great lines, and it's super cute and fun episode. I really like this one.
I agree. It's a fun episode, and I explained the history thing. I like the flashbacks to the 80s, the furniture, the kitchen, the wigs.
Yeah.
Ross commenting on Carol playing for both teams cracks me up. I agree. Cute, fun episode.
That's right.
Yeah. Ready for some favorites?
I am ready.
All right.
So, Joe, what's your favorite line?
I like the whole flower thing with Rachel and Monica. And Rachel goes, if you keep calling that, no one is ever going to take it. It makes me laugh every time.
Yeah. If you keep saying that, you can't say that to guys.
Yeah, please don't. What's yours?
I like Judy there's a toe in my kitchen.
Oh, there's a toe in my kitchen.
I like that image of her and Jack looking for the toe later.
I like the scene when the doctor goes, "What you have here is a very cold piece of carrot." All right, favorite moment. I love Monica's skinny reveal and Jack saying, dude. To Chandler. It's so funny. How about you?
Oh, I'm going with another Monica moment. It's one of my favorite Monica moments.
Yep.
Monica's apology to Chandler with a turkey on her head.
It's adorable.
It is adorable. She does a little dance. I don't know how anybody wouldn't just be like, oh, I love you.
Exactly.
Let's get married right now. This is amazing.
Watch it. All right. Favorite outfit. I'm going to go ironic this time. I know. I'm going with the Miami Vice duo. They look ridiculous. And I could totally see them thinking it was cool.
Well, see, I guess because I grew up in the 80s, I thought that looked much cooler than the year before.
Oh, the flock of seagulls? Yeah.
When he comes in, Ross just looks like a sad Mr. Cotter. He's just droopy. And then he's got the bright colors on. He looks so much happier. And I'm going to go with Monica's. I just described the outfit.
Yep.
You know, the turkey and the little
fez hat.
Little fez hat and sunglasses and her, cute little outfit
super
on.
Cute. Love it. All right, themes we explored in this episode.
Yep.
Theme 1, Thanksgivings across several centuries.
Yes. Theme 2, bringing up past holiday memories, ends a party really fast. Ended a few of your family gatherings.
Oh, yeah. You can't bring up the past in my family.
Or the future. And you can barely talk about the present.
We could talk about it because they don't listen. Theme 3, severed limbs. Surprised Phoebe didn't bring it up, Like, she didn't talk about it before this. It's just weird.
I think it's her being silly.
Yeah, it's true.
And theme 4, the wonder that is the thong.
All right, we're going to take a quick break before we break down the episode. We'll be right back. A Thanksgiving Day toast to the thong. When most people sit down for Thanksgiving dinner, they give thanks for the usual things: family, friends, good health, and of course, mashed potatoes. But this year, I'd like to express my gratitude for something that's often overlooked: the thong. These tiny triangles of fabric deserve a moment of appreciation too. Not just for women, the thong embodies the spirit of confidence and comfort. They remind us that sometimes less is truly more. Whether worn under jeans, dresses, or leggings, they let you stride through life feeling sleek, secure, and stylish. In their own small way, they empower people to feel confident in their own skin. And confidence is definitely something to be thankful for. I mean, it's not so much an underpant as it is a feat of engineering. I mean, it's amazing how much they can do with so little material. And the way they play with your mind, is it there, is it not there? They prove that design doesn't have to be complicated to be effective. Just a few well-placed seams can make a world of difference. This Thanksgiving, as we pile our plates high, remember that efficiency and minimalism have their place in both fashion and in life. So as the turkey roasts and the cranberry sauce jiggles, I raise my glass to the humble thong. It's a reminder that comfort, confidence, and a touch of boldness deserves their own seat at the Thanksgiving table. Happy Thanksgiving from the Maladjusted Misfits.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! All right, we are back.
We're back.
It's a brisk New York afternoon on Thanksgiving Day, 1998, as we join all 6 friends at Monica and Rachel's post-dinner. I know this because they're all lazing about, holding their bellies and groaning like Joey Tribbiani in the staged version of Seven, where he plays the sloth victim. Oh. Rachel bleats out, "Oh, Monica, that was the best Thanksgiving Day ever. I think you killed us." And Ross mutters, I couldn't possibly eat another bite. And Joey offsets that by saying, I need something sweet. Which I do a lot on Thanksgiving.
You do, yeah. There's not just one more piece of pie.
Hey.
You like your pie.
While stretched across the floor, Phoebe asks, does anybody want to watch TV? The friends all agree, yeah, sure, whatever. And with lethargic grace, Phoebe starts dropping her finger onto the remote, but the remote is not pointing at the TV, therefore it does not work. Phoebe mews, Monica, your remote doesn't work. Monica suggests, Phoebe, you have to lift and point. And Phoebe complains, oh, forget it.
Have you ever been that lazy you can't point the remote?
Yeah. And then instead of opting for a group nap, which I think they would all enjoy, Rachel fills the lack of TV noise with, you know what we should do? We should play that game where everyone says one thing that they're thankful for.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was a game, but...
Yeah. Everything's a game to Rachel. Joey thinks of one right away. Ooh, I'm thankful for the beautiful fall we've been having. And Monica and Chandler are both like, oh, that's very nice. Sweet, Joey. And Joey continues to paint a picture. Yeah, the other day I was at a bus stop and this lovely fall breeze came in and out of nowhere and blew this chick's skirt right up. Then he gets an idea. Oh, which reminds me, I'm also thankful for thongs. And Ross is just behind nodding along the
right.
Yep.
Yeah, no. I think every guy is thankful for thongs, that and spandex.
Yeah, probably. I'm thankful for lots of stuff.
That's true. Not just the thong.
I'll be there for you.
All right. We're still at Monica and Rachel's. The whole thing takes place at Monica and Rachel's, except for the flashbacks. So.
Yeah.
Monica and Rachel's continued from earlier. Joey is talking about the wonder that is the thong. He's wistfully talking. I mean, it's not so much an underpant as it is a feat of engineering.
He's so excited about it.
I know. And this is the most intelligent conversation he's had.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how much they can do with so little material. And the way they play with your mind. Is it there? Is it not there? No, it's up your butt. That's where it is.
Oh.
It is. Chandler leans forward and says, are you aware that you're still talking?
Are you like really high and don't know that you're talking right now?
Monica sighs and asks if anyone is thankful for anything else besides a thong.
Nope.
Ross says, I don't know what to pick. Am I more thankful for my divorce or my eviction?
And I was thinking while we were watching this, it would have been fun if Ross would have stayed at his mom and dad's house for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
If he would have had to move in with them.
That would have been funny. Yeah.
And his mom would have got sick.
So Phoebe interjects, wow, see, I didn't think you'd be able to come up with anything. Yeah. Ross apologizes. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the worst Thanksgiving ever.
No.
Chandler rants, no. I am the king of bad Thanksgivings. You can't just swoop in here with your bad marriage and take that away from me.
It's weird that we're not hearing until now about the toe thing.
Yeah.
You know, that he's not like, this bad thing happened and this bad thing happened and I lost my toe that year.
Right. No, I think it's funny too because he goes, that's how I lost my toe? You're like, right. You don't remember that?
Right. They should have mentioned it ahead of time so that later we could be like, oh, Monica cut his toe off.
So Rachel moans, oh, you're not going to tell the whole story about how your parents got divorced again, are you? No. Ross agrees, oh, God, no. But Joey's excited and whines, oh, come on, I want to hear about it. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving without Chandler bumming us all out. Chandler points out, it's tradition. Like the parade. If the parade decided it was gay, moved out and abandoned its entire family.
I know Chandler's upset, but I'm not sure you can decide that you're gay.
No.
I think it was more like Nora Tyler may have decided she was no longer okay with him being unmonogamous.
Right.
Because it seems like she was okay with it till a certain point.
Yeah. And with that, we start a series of flashbacks to Thanksgivings of years gone by.
And that's right. We get a peek into Thanksgiving 1978. Mm-hmm. The Bing estate, Mr. and Mrs. Bing, are at their Thanksgiving Day table surrounded by family. It's just little Chandler with them. He's the only other family member there. And the only other person in the room is the houseboy. So Morgan Fairchild is decked out in this lime green outfit, and she has gold jewelry, pink fingernails, and just a big scotch right in her grip. As she goes, "Now, Chandler, dear, just remember that your father and I are getting divorced. It doesn't mean we don't love you. It just means he would rather sleep with the houseboy than with me." So little Chandler, having not developed his inappropriate wit yet, just kind of glares at his papa when the houseboy comes over. And he's like, "More turkey, Mr. Chandler?" And he gives a little wink. So the small Chan man looks at, well, the actor is Alec Mapa.
Okay.
And by the way, he has been working nonstop in so many things.
Really?
That I've never even heard of.
Aw.
Go, Alec.
Yeah.
I mean, good job. Anyway, little Chandler whips his head around to stare more intensely at his father. All right, so let's pretend this isn't a sitcom.
Okay.
I'm all for whatever kind of relationship you want to have, but why are they making this houseboy that's involved in an affair with at least one of them still serving the Thanksgiving dinner while having this conversation with their son? I think this is traumatizing for all of them.
And I think that little boy looks a lot like Chandler. I think they did a good job with casting.
Yeah.
All right, we come back to present day, where Monica and Rachel's continued from earlier, and it starts with cut lines.
Yeah, so Rachel complains, "Every time you tell that story, that guy's accent gets thicker and thicker."
And then Phoebe asks, "So are he and your dad still together?" Which I thought was a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chandler explains, no. After they got their own place, the houseboy got his own houseboy. You should have heard his accent. It's Hank Azaria from The Birdcage.
Oh, that's my favorite. "I cannot wear the shoes. They make me fall down." All right, so Ross caves and says, "You're right. Yours is worse. You are the king of bad Thanksgivings." Phoebe explains, "I don't know about that. I've got one that's worse." Chandler says, "Really? Worse than more turkey, Mr. Chandler?" Phoebe says, "Oh, did the little rich boy have a problem with the butler? Yes, mine's worse." And I like the face Joey is making. Don't mess with Phoebe, man.
Yeah, little rich boy. I like that. So then we're transported back to Thanksgiving 1862.
Okay.
We join Phoebe in her past life in a Union battlefield hospital tent. Phoebe in this life is known as Patience Buckner. Patience was tending to a wounded Union soldier during the battle that was waged in the second year of the American Civil War. Covered in the sweat and toil of a Union army, Patience slaved as more wounded were brought in, as she cried, "More bandages! More bandages! Please, can I get some more bandages in here? This man is dying!" But an explosion rocked the tent and blasted dirt and smoke around them as shrapnel tore through the shoulder of Patience Buckner, severing the limb from her body. As the smoke cleared, she looked upon her own stump as it splattered blood upon the ground, and she cried, "Oh no." For a second, I thought the wounded soldier was Chris Pratt, but there's no evidence supporting that. It just kind of looks like him.
He just kind of looks like him. And fun fact, Thanksgiving was made an official holiday the following year in 1863.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Now we're back at present day again, Monica and Rachel's. Ross clarifies, "In this life, Phoebe." Phoebe remarks, "Oh, this life. Okay, no, Chandler's is the worst." So Joey laments, "Man, it must be cool remembering stuff like that. I don't have any past life memories." Phoebe pats Joey's head and says, "Of course you don't, sweetie. You're brand new."
Oh, that seems weird.
Rachel says, "I know Monica's worst Thanksgiving." Monica begs, "Oh, let's not tell this story." They all chime in, "Oh, come on." Phoebe laughs, "Oh, no, I know. It's the one where Joey got Monica's turkey stuck on his head." Rachel exclaims, "What? Joey got a turkey stuck on his head?" Joey points out, "Hey, it's not like it sounds." Chandler rebuts, "It's exactly like it sounds."
I like how he says that. It's exactly how it sounds. So now we journey back only a few years to arrive at Thanksgiving 1992. We're at Monica and Phoebe's apartment.
Right.
Hippie Phoebe enters and sets her stuff down. We hear a muffled hello And Phoebe smiles to the room like it's a ghost or poltergeist or demon or whatever, with a big smile on her face and goes, hello? And from the bathroom, Joey goes, Phoebe? And Phoebe's like, Joey, what's going on? And Joey stumbles out of the bathroom saying, look. And we see that he has a dead, thawed, plucked full turkey on his head. That, and he has that damn black leather vest on again.
But you can see it fits a little different now.
Phoebe OMGs, and Joey says, I know, it's Doc. And Phoebe leads him toward the kitchen area, closer to the audience, and goes, easy step. How did it get on? And Joey's like, I tripped and fell, and my head just ended up in here. No, really, he put it on because he wanted to scare Chandler. And Phoebe OMGs again before saying, Monica's totally going to freak out. And Joey suggests with a whining tone, well, then help me get this off. Plus, it smells really bad in here. And Phoebe, for once, logically explains, well, of course it smells really bad. You have your head up a dead animal, which was my second choice for favorite line.
So there is a version out there that says, where she says, you have your head up a dead animal's ass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but they cut the ass for syndication.
Oh, so nice.
They cut the ass for syndication.
Why would they cut the ass? Then they hear Monica coming in the door, so Phoebe quickly pushes Joey's head down on the table to make it look like if the turkey's just sitting on the platter.
A raw one, yeah.
Yeah. And then she starts adorning it with lettuce. That's really nothing.
I think it was parsley.
Either way, you don't garnish raw turkey.
No, you don't garnish raw turkey with anything.
So Monica and Phoebe exchange haze, and Monica asks, did you get the turkey base? Who is that? And Joey stands up. It's Joey. Monica, rightly confused, asks, what are you doing? Is this supposed to be funny? And Phoebe explains, no, it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be scary. Scary. And Monica instructs him, well, get it off. And he's like, I can't, it's stuck. Well, I don't care. That turkey has to feed 20 people at my parents' house, and they're not going to eat it off your head. Why wouldn't they make her make the turkey and bring it from New York City
all the way to
Long Island?
Yeah.
That seems like she could bring the deviled eggs, right?
Or a pie.
Yeah. Anyway, Phoebe suggests, all right, hold on, let's think. And as they pause to contemplate their conundrum, Joey mimics the old let me think trope with his hand stroking his chinny chin, which is inside the turkey. So he's kind of rubbing the turkey crotch.
That was a funny moment, too. I thought that was funny.
And Monica, who's wearing a bad wig and dressed like a 90s mime, says, okay, I got it, Phoebe. All right, you're going to pull, and I'm going to spread the legs as wide as I can. And Joey giggles at that, which was funny because when I was typing the notes, when I typed in, I'm going to spread the legs as wide as it kept trying to change it to my legs.
Oh, my God.
I was like, spell check. Come on. But Monica goes, it's not the time for that. Joey says sorry, and the gals get into position, and Monica's spreading those legs. And Phoebe grabs the carcass with a towel, and Monica's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and everybody pulls, but the greasy corpse just slips from their grip, and Joey tumbles backwards, still turkeyed, just as Chandler opens the door. And Chandler, seeing this, leaps back in fright, yelling, ah! And Joey turns around to taunt Chandler, but he's facing the wrong way, and he goes, it worked, I scared you! And Chandler, of course, has by now realized what's going on, so he's regained his composure and goes, I'm over here, big guy. And Joey overcorrects, still not pointing at Chandler, and goes, yeah, you are! And he starts doing a little celebratory turkey dance, I guess. He's going, I scared you. I scared you.
All right, we're back at present day, Monica and Rachel's. Chandler's laughing, says, you did look like an idiot. And Joey points out, hey, I wasn't the only one who looked like an idiot. Remember when Ross tried to say butternut squash and it came out squatternut bush?
I don't know why I love that line. I love saying
squatternut bush. Yes, we do say it a lot. Not even about squash.
No, just randomly in the mall, I'll say it to you. And just...
Ross questions, yeah, that's the same. Monica announces, that's it. That's my worst Thanksgiving. And Phoebe realizes, oh, wait, that can't be the one Rachel's talking about. She didn't even know that happened. So which one is it? And they all chide. Which one?
Which one?
Monica says, I really don't want to tell this story. And Chandler begs, oh, come on, Monica. Reliving past pain and getting depressed is what Thanksgiving's all about. For me anyway. And of course, the Indians.
You just said it was what you wanted.
Monica tells Chan, look, of all people, you do not want me to tell this story. Chandler asks, why? What's that supposed to mean?
Hard cut to Thanksgiving 1987. 3 Men and a Baby was at the top of the box office that year. Wait, hang on, let me check that again. Nope, yep, that was it. Okay. All right, we join the Geller household. Mr. and Mrs. Geller getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner, and Judy is dressed like a Buck Rogers themed Thanksgiving is taking place, and Jack looks like he's appearing in the heavy section of the LL Bean catalog.
Ouch. His belt is really high, though.
Right. The doorbell rings and Judy yells, Monica, I think Rachel's here. And Monica runs in all young and chubby and panting, going, I'll get it. She seems so happy. I like all of her facial expressions. Monica pulls the door open, revealing young Rachel and her old nose, and says, Happy Thanksgiving. And Rachel whines, Not for me. Chip and I broke up. And Monica sympathizes, Oh, why? What happened? And Rachel's like, Well, my parents were out of town and Chip was going to come over. And Monica excitedly interrupts, Yeah, and you were going to give him, your flower. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like saying that. I'm not the only one, right?
No. Oh, and just so you know, when I was taking notes, when we copied it from the script, it said Fat Monica and Big-Nosed Rachel. And I went through and removed all those because I thought that was mean.
Yeah.
It's Monica and Rachel.
It's Monica and Rachel. That is mean. Anyway, Rachel Woodpecker urges Mon. Okay, can you just call it sex? It really creeps me out when you call it that. Okay, and by the way, while we're at it, a guy's thing is not called as tenderness. Believe me. Yeah, if it's tender,
Nope. Stop right there. Move on with the episode.
So the girls wander into the living room and then greet the Geller parents.
So Ross enters with a hey, and he's brought home Chandler for Thanksgiving. Chandler is sporting the very popular Flock of Seagulls haircut.
Right, and Ross has his Mr. Cotter look. Just Google Mr. Cotter.
Yep, you will totally know what we're talking about.
You'll be like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mr. Geller exclaims, oh my. Ross introduces, everyone, this is Chandler, my roommate, and lead singer of our band. Monica whines, wanting to be introduced. Ross says, oh, and this is Monica. Monica extends her hand and says, hi, I'm Ross's little sister. Chandler eyes her up and down and says, oh, okay.
Okay.
That's mean.
Yeah.
He's
mean. He's admittedly mean here.
Right. Mrs. Geller jumps in a little too close and says, I'm so glad you could come, Chandler. We got plenty of food, so I hope you're hungry. Ross interrupts. Oh, Mom, Chandler hates Thanksgiving and doesn't eat any Thanksgiving food. Okay, that would kind of piss me off, too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, which I'm glad she says her next line then, because it's fantastic.
Mrs. Geller sarcastically replies, oh, well, I'm so glad you brought him here then. Monica says, Chandler, if you want, I can make you some macaroni and cheese for dinner. Chandler says, well, as long as the Pilgrims didn't eat it, I'm in. As she's drinking, Monica laughs at Chandler's joke, and Diet Coke comes out her nose.
Oh.
She shouts, damn it, and runs off.
Again, it's so funny.
Yes. Ross points out Rachel to Chandler, and with a push from Chan, goes over to talk to her. Rachel is checking out her nose in a compact mirror.
Yeah.
Ross says, so, Rach, does it feel weird around here now, since I've been away at college? Rachel says, oh, no, not really. Ross says, well, that's cool. And she walks away from him, and he shuts up.
Yeah. And in a cut line, Chandler asks, so that's Rachel, huh? One of the girls you've been writing all those songs about? You might want to rethink the lyrics of She Feels Weird Since I've Been Gone.
So I do remember this Thanksgiving where my mom and dad invited these people from Canada to come.
Okay.
So it was this older lady that my mom and dad's age, and then her son, who was just a couple years older than me.
Okay.
And I don't think we had met yet.
Okay.
And they kept trying to talk us up to each other. Like, oh, did you know Tom does this? And did you know Joe does this? And blah, blah, blah. They kept trying to
right.
These two are going to get together. During dinner, the mom goes, Tom, have you seen how nice Joe's complexion is. It's so smooth, blah, 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 blah. She has the nicest complexion I've ever seen. And he goes, yeah, your face is an arse face.
What?
Like, my face was as smooth as a baby's butt is what he meant to say. But he basically said my face looked like an ass.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, we're done.
This is over. You guys can just stop pretending.
So Rachel wanders into the kitchen where Monica is making Chandler's mac and cheese, and Rachel sighs, ugh, I cannot believe Chip dumped me for that slut, Nancy Branson. I'm never going out with him again. I don't care how much he begs. Monica points out, I think his begging days are over now that he's going out with Nancy Branson.
Whoa.
Poor Nancy Branson.
Yeah.
Rachel says, you know what? I've just had it with high school boys. They're just silly. Ross is overhearing this. Silly, stupid boys. I'm going to start dating men.
And she says that like she's 10.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest part.
I know, right?
But he's looking at her
Silly,
like, okay.
stupid boys. Ross has a light bulb and says, I'm sorry, Judy. I couldn't find that bowl that you and Jack were looking for. Which is really funny that he calls them by, their names. But he emphasizes their names. Like, I'm sorry, Judy. I couldn't find the bowl that you and Jack were looking for. And Monica snips, call them mom and dad, you loser. Which was almost my favorite line. Yeah. Ross whines, Monica!
And has a little temper tantrum before he leaves.
Those are the best. When it's supposed to be your older brother.
Yeah.
You can make him act like a 12-year-old.
Later that same Thanksgiving, dinner has finished and Chandler is sitting on the couch eating something. I don't know if it's...
It looks like cherry pie.
I couldn't tell if it was pie or...
Yeah, but cherry pie is not a normal Thanksgiving pie, so he probably made an exception for it.
So Monica sits down beside him and he does that little thing, like her sitting down resulted in him shooting up like a teeter-totter. And Monica asks, hey, Chandler, did you like the mac and cheese? And Chandler quips, oh, yeah, it's great. You should be a chef. And she goes, okay. She's so excited. Like, oh, that sounds fantastic. Thus making the implication that she became a chef because of him.
That's right.
She had no purpose in her life until he said that.
Before then.
She's just been waiting for somebody to tell her what to do. Do this.
Okay.
Chandler gets up and walks away like he's ditching her as Rachel comes running over from the phone all excited. And she's like, guess what? All that stuff about Nancy Branson being a slut was a total rumor, so Chip dumped her. He's just a peach.
Yeah, right? And Rachel's about dumb.
He wants to come over to my house tonight. I was like, Rachel, come on. The girls think this is great. I don't know why. But Monica goes, listen, if you and Chip do it tonight, promise me you'll tell me everything. And Rachel's like, oh, totally. It's not that big a deal. We already kind of did it once, And Monica's like, I know, but this time you're going to definitely know whether you did it or not.
Yeah, you definitely should know if you did it.
And Rachel's like, I know. And Chip promised that this time it'll last for at least an entire song. Yeah. I'm so sad, so very, very sad by Crash and the Boys. So sad.
It's not a race, guys.
That was a Scott Pilgrim joke. If anybody doesn't get it, go watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World right now, and we'll wait for you to get back.
All right, we cut back to the kitchen. Ross and Chandler are doing the dishes. Ross tells Chan, so I'm thinking about asking Rachel out tonight. Maybe play her that song we wrote last week. Chandler says, emotional knapsack. Ross goes, yeah. Right on, Chandler agrees. Oh, but don't take too long, okay? Because we're going to test out our fake IDs tonight. Right, Clifford Alvarez?
Oh.
Ross says, listen, Roland Chang, if things go well, I'm going to be out with her all night. Chandler whines, dude, don't do that to me. Monica enters behind them. They don't see. And Ross soothes him. It's all right. It's cool. You can stay here. My parents won't mind. Monica suddenly gets very happy.
Yeah.
And Chandler goes, no, it's not that. I don't want to be stuck here all night with your fat sister. Ross goes, hey.
Yeah. Hey.
Upon hearing this, Monica starts to break down and storms out, only to be stopped by her parents. Mrs. Geller is holding 2 pies and asks Monica, why don't you finish off these pies? I don't have any more room left in the fridge.
I wonder how she got so heavy.
Right? Monica pushes them away and says, no, thank you. Mr. Geller shouts, well, Judy, you did it. She's finally full.
I'll take that pumpkin pie.
I know you will.
Which name was it that you said was somebody's friend?
Roland Chang is a lawyer now in Shanghai.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back to present day. Well, present day 1998 Thanksgiving. Monica and Rachel's place. Chandler is floored. I called you fat? I don't even remember that.
And in the cut line, Joey asked, maybe to jog your memory if you guys play a little emotional knapsack.
It couldn't hurt. Monica remembers. That's why it was her worst Thanksgiving. It wasn't, but...
No.
So Chandler tries to apologize. I am so sorry. I really am. I was an idiot back then. I rushed the stage at a Wham concert, for crying out loud. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to diss Wham. Well, maybe a little bit, but like, I'm not going to go, I was crowd surfing at the Weird Al concert. You know what I mean?
Right. There's just not a rush the stage kind of band.
Anywho, Phoebe can't believe Chandler called her fat. And Ross can't believe Chandler let George Michael slap him. And Chandler, still apologizing, says, I'm really sorry. That is so terrible. I'm so sorry. So Rachel, who is playing Mrs. Doesn't Know When to Shut Up, says, actually, that's not the Thanksgiving I was talking about. And Monica snaps, yes, it was. And Rachel, who Chip Matthews just proved can't take a hint, says, no, it wasn't. It was actually and Monica interrupts Rachel with, okay, Thanksgiving's over. Now let's get ready for Christmas. Who wants to go get a Christmas tree?
We went for a walk this morning, and somebody already has their Christmas tree out. It's like November 2nd.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
But Phoebe has the cutest little Christmas story locked and loaded. But Chandler goes, we want to hear Monica's Thanksgiving story. And Phoebe is like, whatever, dillhole. Mine had a dwarf that got broken in half, but whatever. So another question, this dwarf that's broken in half, is it horizontally or vertically that it's broken in half?
Only you would ask that. So we cut back to Thanksgiving 1988.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're back at the Geller's household kitchen 1 year later. Mrs. Geller is cooking and Rachel, post-nose job, is helping her. Mm-hmm. Well, she really is picking at her fingernails. She's not helping.
Which is funny. I think it's a funny detail that she's picking at. She's holding a carrot.
Right.
Picking at her fingernails.
Yeah. So Mrs. Geller asks, so Rachel, your mom tells me you changed your major again. Rachel sighs, oh yeah, I had to. There was never any parking by the psychology building.
I've been there.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Geller enters and greets Rachel. Rachel says, oh, hi. Mr. Geller admires, wow, love your new nose. Mrs. Geller scolds, Jack!
You're not supposed to talk about those things.
He's confused and says, what? Dr. Wilson's an artist. He removed my mole cluster. Want to see?
No.
He starts to show her as the doorbell rings. Mrs. Geller says, I'll get it. And Rachel pushes past her. No, God, please let me. And runs. She opens the door to reveal Chandler and Ross. Unfortunately, they seem to have mixed up their holidays. They think it's Halloween, and they're going to a Crockett and Tubbs from that legendary TV show of the 80s, Miami Vice.
Miami Vice.
Rachel says, hey. Ross greets Rach with a hey, and then to his parents, Happy Thanksgiving. Mr. Geller says to Chandler, God, your hair sure is different. Chandler goes, yeah, we were just talking about that. I can't believe how stupid we used to look, as they both quickly push their sleeves up over their elbows.
Yeah, their suit jackets.
Yeah.
It looks fancy.
Ross asks, so where's Monica? Mrs. Geller says, she's upstairs. Monica, come down. Everyone's here. Ross, Rachel, and the boy who hates Thanksgiving.
I think we should write a children's book, The Boy Who Hates Thanksgiving. That would be fun.
It would be fun.
And if we keep the story the same, it'll get banned.
We'll have a banned book.
Yeah.
So Monica enters, but she forgot something. Oh, like about 150 pounds. In other words, she's lost a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. I like how they make her look sexy, but she's still a lovable goof,
Right. Yeah, she's still making the silly faces at Ross when he's talking and stuff.
So Monica says, hi, Chandler. Chandler's jaw is on the floor. Oh, my God. Monica says, what? What's the matter? Is there something on my dress? She turns around, making sure he gets a good, full look. Chandler stumbles. You just look so different. Terrific. That dress. That body. Ross warns, dude. Chandler apologizes. Sorry.
It does look like it might have a mic hidden in that flower, though.
Narc.
Narc!
Mrs. Geller says, yes, Monica's thin. It's wonderful. But what we really want to hear about is Ross's new girlfriend.
Oh, she's such a bee.
Monica rolls her eyes because, again, Ross is the favorite Geller.
Yep.
Ross blushes. Oh, Mom. Okay, her name is Carol, and she's really pretty and smart. And she's on the lacrosse team and the golf team. Can you believe it? She plays for both teams.
Wah, wah.
We see Monica in the background, and she's rolling her eyes again. Monica walks past and says, so Chandler, I guess I'll see you at dinner. She heads for the kitchen, and Chandler watches her leave and admires the view. And Mr. Geller warns, dude. Chandler apologizes. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
That dress is so 80s, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she's going to be in Heathers later.
The hair and the dress.
All right, in the kitchen, Rachel is gleeful. Oh my God, that was so awesome. You totally got him back for calling you fat. He was drooling all over you. That must have felt great. And Monica's like, well, it didn't. And Rachel's like, what? That would have totally felt great if it were me. And Monica's like, yeah, I mean, I look great and I feel great. My heart's not in trouble anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Which is pretty hysterical.
It is so funny. And my heart's not in trouble anymore. Blah, blah, blah.
But she still doesn't feel like she got him back. And she wants to humiliate him and wants him to be like naked. And then she's going to point at him and laugh and get him to wear my panties and then leave him in a restaurant bathroom.
She needs to talk to Susie Moss.
Rachel thinks, be careful, Rachel. Okay, that we may be able to do. Monica's intrigued, so Rachel explains, guys tend to get naked before they're going to have sex. And Monica's like, hold the phone. What? I don't work this hard and lose all this weight so I can give my flower to somebody like him. And Rachel corrects, okay, no, first of all, you can't call it that. No one's ever going to take it if you keep calling it that. It's disgusting. Second, you're not actually going to have sex with him. You're just going to make him think that you are. And now she gets it. And Monica continues, oh, and then when he's naked, I can throw him out in the front yard and lock the door and the neighbors will just humiliate him. And Rachel agrees, then you'll definitely get him back. And she's like, okay, so how do I make him think I want to have sex with him? And Rachel doesn't say just look at him or pretend to be interested in anything he says. Instead, she gives the advice, here's what you do. Just act like everything around you turns you on.
What do you mean?
Like anything can be sexy, okay? Like this dish towel. And then Rachel takes this filthy dish rag and rubs it on her face. It looks very clean.
It does.
But dish towels are like the dirtiest things in your house.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it feels good against my cheek. And, oh, I feel hot. I can dab myself with it. Or I can bring it down to my side and bring it through my fingers while I talk to him. Her advice is very The Price is Right model based.
Right, yeah.
So Monica, excited now, claims, I can do that. She's seen The Price is Right. So Rachel's like, yeah, good, because he's coming. And she starts to leave, and to Chandler, as she leaves, she goes, hey, what's up? And Rachel leaves and closes the door so Monica can bait the hook.
Right.
And Chandler asks, Monica, I was wondering if you could make me some of that righteous mac and cheese like last year. Otherwise, I'll have to boil the water myself. But Mom picks up the trusted box of mac and cheese and decides to follow Rachel's advice. You know, anything can,
be sexy.
Yeah.
That's right.
So she puts the box on her face and goes, ooh, I love macaroni and cheese. I love the way it feels against my cheek. And Chandler is rightly confused and goes, okay. And Monica continues with the next thing she sees. Boy, I love carrots. Oh. And then she picks this bunch of carrots up and she holds them between her fingers as if she were some vegetable version of Wolverine.
Right. I love how she holds them. It's so funny.
And sometimes I like to put them between my fingers and hold them down here while I talk to you. It's like she's never seen anybody flirt ever. It's that Geller flirting. She begins to rub the carrot along her hip in like a circular pattern. Now, I'm not saying it's not sexy. I'm just thinking the focus group of who thinks is sexy is narrowing.
And you guys can't see him, but he's totally doing all the motions with the carrots and rubbing them on his hip.
So she's like, and when I get really hot, I like to pick up this knife. Now she cradles the mac and box cheese in the crook of her neck as she picks up the knife. And she's like, and I put the cold steel against and she kind of I can't really reach anywhere. And she puts it against her little tummy. And Chandler is now very concerned, asks, "Are you all right?" And I like this because he sounds genuinely concerned about her health.
Are you okay?
And Monica laughs, "Oh, of course I'm fine." But she starts to drop the box, and reflectively she tries to catch it with her arm, and the knife spins from her grip as Bernard Herrmann's iconic score from Psycho starts to play. As the knife spins end over end in the air, and it falls, wedging itself into Chandler's sandals? Question mark?
Yeah.
I don't know what those... I never had a shoe like that. I don't know what they're called. It ends up severing his toe.
Yeah. So we rush to the hospital. Chandler is now in the emergency room, and the doctor asks the paramedics, "What do we got here?" The doctor is played by Michael Winters, who also played Taylor Dosey in Gilmore Girls. Yeah. The paramedic recites, 20-year-old has got a severed toe on his right foot.
Right, and this is that vampire from Ursula's Porno.
Yes, Nosferatu. Yeah. They go through the doors into the trauma room, opening them by ramming the gurney through them. Only Chandler's foot is hanging off the end, and he screams in pain. I like how Ross shouts, "Can you please not do that feet first? You know where his injury is. Severed toe. You just said it." The doctor reading the chart says, "Hear that the knife went through your shoe?" Mr. Geller points out, "Of course it did. They're made of wicker." The doctor asks, "Did you bring the toe?" And Monica says, "Oh, yes, I have it right here on ice." She takes out a bag of ice from her purse and hands it to the doctor.
And in a couple cut lines, Chandler says, "Toes on ice, coming soon to Madison Square Garden." And Ross encourages him to save your strength, man.
The doctor opens the baggie and says, "Don't worry, son, we'll just attach it in." He stops suddenly. Monica goes, What is it?" And doctor says, "You brought a carrot." Chandler sits up. "What?" The doctor points out, "This isn't your toe. It's a very small, very cold piece of carrot."
Oh.
Rachel asks, "You brought a carrot?" And then this is Adam's favorite line. Yeah. "Oh my God, there's a toe in my kitchen." Monica cries, "God, I'm sorry. I'll go back and get it." Doctor says, "Sorry, it's too late. All I can do now is sew up the wound." Chandler whines, "Without my toe, I need my toe." Monica pushes, "No, wait, no, I can go really fast. Dad, give me the keys to your Porsche." Mr. Geller says, "Oh, I'm not falling for that one." Oh my God.
All right, back to present day. Well, 27 Thanksgivings ago from now.
Right.
It's 1998. This is where we started. Anyway, we're back at Monica and Rachel's. Chandler is reacting to the story. Now, this is his worst Thanksgiving. Yeah. Chandler explains, "That's why I lost my toe, because I called you fat." And this time Monica apologizes. "I didn't mean to cut it off. It was an accident. That's why for an entire year, people called me Sir Limps-a-Lot," Chandler asks. And Monica points out, "It wasn't your whole toe." And Chandler dismisses that. "Yeah, well, I missed the tip. It's the best part. It has the nail."
Had the nail.
Yeah. And he storms out all mad. You think Perry was missing the tip of his finger.
You think they would have worked that in there?
Yeah, like he was probably like, "I don't want to draw attention to it." But Monica follows him out, calling his name, and Ross says to Joey, "Sir Limps-a-Lot. I came up with that." Unamused, Joey tells Ross, "You're a dork." Cut to the hallway. Chandler is morose and brooding in front of his door, and he can't believe this. Monica says she's sorry, and Chandler explains that sorry doesn't bring back the little piggy that cried all the way home. "I hate the stupid day and everything about it." And he has a little anger, a little hissy fit.
A little moody.
And Monica pleads, "Wait, Chandler, is there anything I could do? Anything?" And he's just like, "Yeah, just leave me alone for a little while," and disappears into his apartment.
I would be sad. So Chandler, Joey, and Ross's, because, all the boxes are still there.
Yeah.
Chandler is sitting on one of the chairs, and the duck is running around and quacking. And Chandler mimics Tommy and quips, Oh, I'm a duck. I go quack, quack. I'm happy all the time."
I forgot about Tommy doing that same thing.
And there's a knock at the door, and Chandler gets up to answer it. He opens the door to reveal Monica with a turkey over her head. Chandler says, "Nice try."
Okay, before this gets sappy, can I ask where Monica found another thawed turkey?
No.
Okay.
Monica giggly says, wait. And she puts on the Shriner's hat on the turkey. Chandler interrupts, "Look, Monica." Monica, still laughing, says, Look. She puts a big yellow pair of sunglasses on the bird.
I used to have those sunglasses.
You did. And Chandler says, "This is not going to work." Then Monica brings it home. I bet this will work. And she starts dancing and shimmying, and Chandler cracks up, and he's admiring her, and he says, "You're so great. I love you." Monica stops suddenly and turns around slowly. Chandler has a look of pure panic on his face. And while Joey was confused of his bearings wearing the turkey on his head, Mon knows exactly where Chandler is and says, "What?"
Yeah, she looks right at him.
Yep. Chandler panics. Nothing. I said, "You're so great." And then I just stopped talking. Monica sweetly yells, "You said you loved me. I can't believe this." And she touches her heart, wearing a turkey with a hat and sunglasses on her head.
Yeah.
And Chandler insists, "No, I didn't." Monica calls him out. "Yes, you did."
"No, I didn't."
And Monica sweetly says, "You love me." And Chandler, panicking more and more, starts jumping up and down. "No, I don't. Stop it. And Joey walks in and sees Monica, freaks out, runs back into the hallway, screaming.
Yes. All right, and now for the tag. Thanksgiving Day, 1915. Phoebe, in yet another past life, let's call her Florence this time. Florence is at the Western Front during World War I, and once again, she's a nurse and tending to yet another dying soldier. But this time, she's having Thanksgiving in France with a French accent. Florence is like, gauze, I need some gauze in here, please. Some gauze in here. And then a shell explodes outside the tent. And when the smoke clears, Florence checks both her arms, and she goes, "Whew." And then she sighs, but then her left arm drops off. Shrapnel be acting weird tonight. And her blood starts to spurt all over, and she kind of sighs and goes, "This is getting ridiculous, huh?" And then Phoebe Florence starts tending to her own wound, and that's the end of the episode. Cut and print.
We're going to take another short break. We'll be right back. Okay, everyone. Ross and the boy that hates Thanksgiving want to share a song with all of us. Really looking forward to it, Ross.
Monica, our band is called Way No Way, and we just finished writing Emotional Knapsack. Did you unplug the phone?
Affirmative.
Take all my sadness, gonna put it in the sack. Take all my pride, gonna put it in the sack. Take all my fear, gonna put it in the sack. Take all my anxiety, gonna put it in the sack. And I take all my love and stuff it deep into my emotional knapsack. I have to carry the weight of my emotional knapsack. I cannot seem to unpack my emotional knapsack. I have to carry the weight of my emotional knapsack. I cannot put down my emotional knapsack.
Good job, honey. That almost sounded like real music.
Thanks, Mom.
Jack, I'm glad we talked him out of a music degree.
Right? All right, we are back.
We're back. What did you learn from this episode?
Joe, what did you learn?
Maybe that is why Joey is so dense, because he's brand new.
Aw.
He hasn't had prior lives to draw from.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that Monica knows how to make Chandler laugh.
Aw.
I think that's cute.
Yep. You know how to make me laugh. And I learned that Chandler loves Monica.
He does.
Losing a toe was not Chandler's worst Thanksgiving?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's so weird.
And Rachel was never good at relationships.
No. Mm-mm. What are your final thoughts?
I do not like the term houseboy.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
Spat his flower.
And it is the official position of the Maladjusted Misfits that no one should be shoving their heads up any real dead turkeys.
No, that's gross.
Yes.
And as I mentioned earlier, we copy a script from a friend's fan site. So I don't have to type it all out. And they labeled her Fat Monica and Big Nose Rachel. And I took those out while we were going through it because I don't approve of those either.
Good.
What's our sweater vest tracker? Jack's doesn't count.
Yeah, the prior count was 2, and we're holding at 2.
All right.
Then today.
And then we already mentioned that the Magnadoodle has 327 with hearts, wings, and bye. And you can either believe the trivia or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the explanation I found. What was our rating for this episode?
It was 9 out of 10 stars with 7,300 ratings. So it's a more popular episode.
Yeah. We didn't have anybody write in about it, so I found a 1 out of 10 star rating on IMDb. So take it away.
All right, so the Worst Friends episode, it's titled.
That's ridiculous right there.
Marble 1, August 27th, 2015. First of all, I love Friends. For me, it is one of 2 best TV series ever. The level of its jokes is much above average. Only rarely happens something awkward, even disgusting. It's a good effort at a sentence.
A good sentence.
Maybe it is the difference between the cultures, European and American, but here in the Europe, the fart, gas, barf jokes are not appreciated. All the Friends quality of jokes is much, much better, so it is painful that the producers decided to go for inferior standards sometimes. Anyway, when it happens, usually it's just 10 seconds, and it's bearable, and we can still enjoy the show. But this episode is, well, the first 3/4 is okay, but the finale was just awful, disgusting. I mean, specifically Monica, with the turkey on her head, wearing a fez. Do not know how the Turks feel about it, but I would never show, e.g., a pig in a cowboy hat, wittingly implying a connection to Americans. This is the same level of joke. Very, very low. And again, this is the only episode that I hate. All the rest, 8 or 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some vitriol spilled there. That's funny.
So they either had a problem with the turkey on the head or the fez on the turkey, or I don't know. But they definitely had issues.
Maybe they're vegetarian.
Oh.
And that's cruelty? I don't know. It's already dead.
Stop trying to really do this. You got to make fun of these people.
I feel bad. They're like confused. What's next week's episode?
Next week's episode, the one with Ross's sandwich.
My sandwich? All right, what's our synopsis?
Rachel helps Phoebe take out the literature class. Joey is disgusting, and so is Monica. And Red Ross gets mental when his boss eats his moist maker.
Oh, we're going to have a lot of people upset about the word moist.
Moist? Do people still not like moist, even when it's a moist maker sandwich?
I guess. I don't know.
It sounds so good, though.
All right. Are you ready for some maladjusted content?
I am ready.
Yeah, so we finished the show, The Outsider.
Yeah, we've been watching The Outsider.
You watched it before.
Yeah.
I thought it was new, but you'd watched it before.
Yeah.
But Jason Bateman was in it.
Yeah.
And he directed a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we started watching it in October because of Halloween, and it's kind of like a supernatural thriller.
It's a Stephen King.
Yeah, I had no idea either. It was really good, and it's very like emotional, up and down. It's funny, it's scary, it's touching.
Yeah.
It's really good, and Cynthia Eviro is in it too, the girl from Wicked.
Yes.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah,
I recommend. Yeah. And then we watched on Halloween.
Yep.
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
Super good movie.
Yep.
Adam went and saw that by himself in the theater.
Yeah.
And so while we were watching it, because we had seen it multiple times before, I kept saying, so at what point in the movie were you like, oh my God?
That's like the opening credits. When the title card hits in the beginning, I was like, this is amazing. I love this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I love it.
I'm super on board for it. And then to finish out scary movies, we watched Oculus.
Yes. Another Mike Flanagan
yes,
movie.
we like Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
It's really good. I can't remember the actress's.
Karen Gillan. She was Nebula in the Avengers.
Yeah, that's her. But it is really good. It's scary.
Yeah.
And it's got twists and yeah, a good movie.
Yeah.
So Halloween movies are over. I don't know what we'll start watching now.
Yeah, probably Halloween movies.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Are you ready to wrap this up and let these people go?
Yep.
All right. We are so glad you stumbled across our podcast. If you're enjoying it, please share it with other friends, fans.
Or maybe rate it and or leave a review.
And if you want to contribute your thoughts or reactions to the podcast, send us your musings and we'll share them on that episode. You can also write just to say hey.
Yeah, come on. We'd like to hear from more of you misfits out there.
Yeah, check the show notes for details. You know how to get a hold of us.
Joe, are you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. Call them Mom and Dad, you loser.